All right, so I'm literally here. I'm outside the courthouse in LA. I'm with all the media right here. We at the David trial, man, and I just literally, I went inside, I observed the trial. I seen David with my own eyes. Okay, it's getting sunny out here. I saw David with my own eyes. I was sat a couple rows back from him. I literally see him walking in, jingling, jangling with the shackles on. He was in the orange jumpsuit, straight out. He didn't say anything other than one time he hit the yes ma'am. He did the Gunner special. He said yes ma'am to something that the judge said, but that was it. We barely heard from David. He kind of had his head hung. It was low-key looking like he twisted up his hair or something. He was actually, I don't know, some people, I'm here with my guy Young Camel Man. You said you weren't liking the look of David. I thought he was looking a little bit more fresh.
Hey, look, David's hair was a little bit messed up, man. A little bit unkept. You know, he didn't have any cocoa butter ready, but I mean, he had it poofed out. You know what I mean? He was using that water, that prison water on his head. It was looking a little ashy though. But you know, he looked confident in his case. I mean, he had his head up. You know, he looked like we're gonna get to the bottom of this and we're gonna figure this whole thing out.
I don't know if I agree with that, to be honest with you. I thought David was, you know, I don't know if he was looking confident in his case. I would say I'm not convinced that David's lawyers were looking the most confident. I gotta give it to the DA, Beth Silverman. She was a killer, all right? She absolutely killed it. We out here, we got CBS LA right here, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. We're literally here at the courthouse. But basically, okay, what's really crazy is there were a few really big updates and a couple of things that, I'll be honest with you, not looking good for David. And look, I'll just tell you what I heard, okay? The new info that I got from the court today was that apparently, and I want to be careful how I say this, but apparently he had illegal videos on his phone, and apparently there are so many illegal videos on his phone, they can't even send the videos and the upload through the cloud because these are illegal literally videos. I'm talking A-minors. It's illegal for you to send these, it's illegal for you to watch these videos. So the discovery in this case is so sordid that he's then like the DA is struggling to even send the files around, okay? And apparently there is so much discovery, there's like 40 terabytes of discovery, so much information. They've got all of his entire iCloud and they're saying that it's so big that the courthouse system for sending discovery, for sending files, videos, documents is overwhelmed. They can't even send it. I think they said since David got arrested, they've only managed to upload about 30% of all of the terabytes that they have. They said they have all of his iCloud account, and they even said it was funny because they said, look, we need some storage. We either need to have an update of the online system so that we can transfer all of these files, or we need the defense to give us hard drives. And it was pretty funny because at one point, Blair Burke from the defense, they pulled out a hard drive and they said, well, we've got 5 terabytes for you here right there. And Beth Silverman said that ain't even nearly enough. 5 terabytes ain't gonna do nothing. We got 40 terabytes. And they said some of these files are so big, some of the files are 10 terabytes plus that you need an entire hard drive to even just put one file. Like there's so much. So they got his whole iCloud. He's got illegal videos of minors that are apparently illegal to send. And for people to actually, in the defense, to go and look at those videos, they're gonna have to go to a special room in the courthouse and watch it on an approved computer because you're not even allowed to load up this type of content on a device. It's illegal, all right? I don't want no parts of what they got going on with that. But also, apparently they had wiretaps on David. Apparently they had a wiretap going. I don't know how long for. I don't know if it was from when the crime happened, if it was even a period of time when, you know, she went missing. It says they were investigating whether or not, you know, that like, there was already an open case related to Celeste and David, and apparently they had a wiretap on him, and apparently that is so extensive, the prosecution haven't even heard all of it yet, and they're basically waiting to have it skimmed through, because as well, they've got to be careful that nothing on that wiretap goes against attorney-client privilege. So that is likely to mean that that wiretap was probably recorded like during the period when David was still out here, but the crime was announced. I think that's when that wiretap was probably taken. And yeah, it sounded, it's pretty crazy. So it was interesting because there was also a guy from the press that came through, and he basically was arguing that they should be allowed to have like cameras in the courtroom. Judge was not feeling that. Judge basically said, hey, we're not doing no cameras in the courtroom. That's not happening, unfortunately. I was able to get in court. I sat like a couple rows behind David. I literally saw the whole thing go down, and I'll probably keep coming back to just keep track of what's going on. But I feel like the biggest thing from this was the wiretap. Sounds like they got a lot of evidence. So many terabytes of information they're trying to upload, and it's confirmed that he did have illicit videos of minors in his possession. So I think that's a crime in itself. I don't see how he's going to explain that one away. That's been confirmed in court now, and yeah, we're just going to have to see. But I would say, to be honest, I would say Beth Silverman, the district attorney, did an amazing job. She spoke very, very confidently. She was very, very on point. And I'll be honest, not trying to throw no shade, but I feel like Blair Buck, the defense, they was looking a little bit shaky. They was looking a little bit ropey. They didn't seem to have anywhere near as much confidence as Beth Silverman. There was even a time when it was like they was trying to schedule a next hearing and they were talking about dates and they were like, oh, it's like Blair Buck's like, we could do the 27th or the 29th, and then like Beth Silverman's like, no, I can't work those dates. Like she was low-key walking them around the courtroom, and I feel like the DA did an amazing job and was really holding everyone's feet to the fire, even in like little small ways. So honestly, I just feel like the DA got their shit together and David's defense just wasn't looking too confident. That's just my opinion. There wasn't really too much new info else. Was there new info that we could talk about? What else happened?
There's a certain amount of videos that we can't really talk about.
Yeah, so I'll cross over here.
10 terabytes of Power Rangers and the Teletubbies on David's camera that the prosecution asked for. The defense tried to give them 5 terabytes. They had to give it back and say like, no, we can't take this footage. The packaging is not packaged securely, so you might give us a virus on our computer. So they handed it back.
They said something interesting, like when Blair Buck handed over a hard drive and said you can put some of the files on there, it wasn't even big enough. But again, like even Beth Silverman, she kind of keeping it pretty tight, and she's sort of making them look stupid. She's saying, look, I can't even take a hard drive from you if it's not sealed. This isn't a sealed hard drive. We're putting confidential files on it. I don't know what's been installed on this hard drive. So I think she was handed an unsealed, it looked like a lacy drive, you know, those orange hard drives. And it looked like it was unsealed. Beth Silverman immediately said, like, she on the ball. Like, she's that attentive that she's noticing the hard drives aren't sealed. She's saying that we need different hard drives. It's actually crazy. So I feel like the DA was looking so much more confident than the defense.
Well, of course, because the case is in the prosecution's favor. Everybody thinks he did it. Everybody's calling him on it. So of course the defense is going to be a little bit defensive. This is just a preliminary hearing. They're just trying to get their dates involved. I mean, of course, David's going to be a little bit, timid in the courtroom. He doesn't know what's going to happen. He's just listening to the dates. He was saying, yes, ma'am. He was trying to be, really favorable to the judge. But of course the prosecution's going to be on him like, nah, like y'all did it. She's in the trunk. You got 10 terabytes. I think too, like when it comes to the prosecution, they're supposed to say something like wild and kind of over the top because they could always bring it back later. But you got to kind of start with 10 terabytes. 10 terabytes is crazy. I don't even know how that would work. I mean, to me, it just sounded like a thing to just put out there to just make him look ridiculous in the courtroom. I think he's trying to like get on his character or something like that. But that was news to me. And also, too, it was interesting how the news media came in and said, hey, can we film these court proceedings? Because, the general public likes to see these court proceedings and it makes them more favorable to the court system.
I'm not going to lie. So a guy came in from the media and basically tried to argue they should film. I feel like he made a shitty argument. I feel like I'd have made a better argument because he was basically like, do you remember the OJ case? Like, I stood here in front of Judge Ito from the OJ case and like, he let me run it and it was viral, it was popping. I feel like I would have like maybe tried to like, talk a little bit more about how important it was to like communicate justice and show the community that they're actually doing something about this, despicable alleged PDF murderer. But the guy was kind of more just like, it's going to be lit like the OJ trial. The judge wasn't feeling it. The judge was like, yeah, we're doing no cameras. Thanks for the argument. We're doing no cameras. So that was unfortunate, but also that just means that, people like us will be able to go sit in the public gallery and hop out and give our explanations afterwards. But another thing I thought was very interesting that was brought up, they basically discussed, see, this is why I feel like the defense wasn't looking too good, because I feel like they were kind of talking about and arguing that, like, we haven't received some of the information that we've requested, we haven't received some of the discovery that we've requested, but it appeared, according to the DA Beth Silverman, that, some things hadn't been requested. They said, well, we're surprised, why haven't you actually requested some of the information? They provided, I believe it was like the reference numbers related to some of the subpoenas, the search warrants, and they were kind of complaining we haven't got information. Then Beth Silverman talking about you haven't requested information. So I thought that was interesting, and I think there was one more thing. They did say there's a whole bunch of evidence. They said there's video, they said there's police body cam, they said that there's written police reports. Obviously they've got his entire iCloud account, they've got like, or a whole wiretap. So it sounds like they've got way more evidence than anyone could have ever possibly imagined. David didn't react when that news was landed in the court. He didn't hang his head or anything like that. But to me, it was sounding like he in big trouble, and they got a lot of evidence. And if that's, I don't know if he's gonna be able to. What do you think? Like, it sounded like they had reams of evidence, stuff we'd never even heard of. Body cam. I'm trying to see the body cam. What do you think?
It sounds like they got a lot of evidence against him, not even dealing with Celeste, but some other side activities. I mean, who knows what else they have on him? I mean, he's definitely going to prison. I don't know about the whole death penalty situation.
Allegedly.
But allegedly.
But they did say in the courtroom that the death penalty was still on the table, and they said that they'll be making a determination later on about whether that's the route that they'll be pursuing.
Yeah.
It's just not looking good.
Or if it'd be life in prison. But David definitely looked like he knew, you know, what was going on in the situation. I didn't see, like it felt like this is just the beginning of the trial, preliminary trials, and the defense. I mean, to me, the defense kind of looked relaxed. The defense,
too relaxed. I thought they looked too relaxed.
They look like maybe, hey, this case is done, but maybe we just want to go through this. But I actually think the defense has some cooking to do. I mean, you know, Beth came in with the heater, you know, millimeter, just getting on his head, talking about I can't do that date. The 29th will work for me, but I got another court case. So I mean, but that goes on in every courthouse. I mean, we're just talking about dates.
She just spoke with so much confidence. I would say Beth Silverman spoke with so much confidence. I swear at one point she looked right at me. I was thinking, I wonder if she's seen that video where I'm talking about she about to give David the needle and catch a hat. But I don't know, man. Like,
she did look back at us like, who are these characters right here, just kind of sitting there peacefully.
Yeah, I don't know why I got my hair dyed right before I came to court, but I don't know. If it was
a good look.
If it was my hair, I'd be getting life for sure. But there you have it, man. We pulled up to the courthouse. I'm going to try and see. Let me flip the camera around and just show you the scene before I wrap it up.
In the courtroom.
So like this is kind of like the whole thing.
We're doing some.
Wait, you're in the courtroom. Do you want to give your thoughts?
Hey, I was in the courtroom.
You're in the courtroom. Wait, have you got the mic?
Oh yeah.
Okay, give us your thoughts. We're going to speak to a few people about what they thought of the situation in there. Let us know.
I was in the courtroom, and let me tell you, the air in there was so thick. He is a demonic person. I couldn't believe that he came out and sat down. He looked like you guys saw on his mugshot. He has aged like 10 years. He looked like a smaller version of himself. It was really kind of crazy to see his defense there in person. But the evidence that they say they have on him is like, I don't even want to repeat it because it's bad, guys. And you guys could imagine the child allegations. That's what's going to be, I think, the bulk of this case beyond Celeste.
It's very, very sad.
Chilling. I'm telling you, the air was so thick. Like, to me, it was a bad presence when he was in that courtroom. I honestly, I wanted to be there, but it was hard. It was hard to sit there. And Celeste's family was in the courtroom, and they do have a continuance happening. I believe April 29th at 1, and then so just check the courts for the exact dates. But I believe they did extend it, but it wasn't an easy experience or an easy feeling at all. And I didn't expect that. I'm just thinking, I'm going to show up and just sit down and be there. The air was, he's got some evil crap around him. It's really, really bad, really, really sad.
Yeah, it was dark energy. It was very, very creepy. When he walked into the room, you could kind of hear the shackles jangling around, and when he sat down, it was very, very dark, you know, and it was very kind of just creepy to see him in the flesh after all the stuff we've heard, and to think, you know, is this person really capable of that? Was super chilling.
It wasn't. I didn't expect that. That's something I didn't plan for at all. I literally just thought I was going to go sit in the courtroom, but he's got that energy. It's not good, man. He needs to go down. Justice for Celeste.
For sure, we definitely need justice for Celeste. Thank you for giving us your thoughts. Really appreciate it.
Can I get the 2 takeaways real quick again?
From me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're gonna do it on camera, okay? But like, you wanna get me? Everyone, jump in. Let's do it. All right. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Appreciate you.
All right, y'all. We are with Trap Lord Ross. He was inside the David case. There are 2 major takeaways today from the trial. Let's hear it. What do we got here?
I would say the 2 major takeaways are he apparently had. I got to be careful how I say this. Illegal videos on his devices related to
some cheese pizza.
Yeah, you said it, man. You said it. Related to some A minors, as Kendrick would say. You know, we in LA and all that. But so that was the number one thing I would say that they confirmed, that he did have this type of content on his devices. And then the other part that I thought was major was that they said they had a wiretap on him. Apparently, they've got a whole bunch of wiretap recordings on him. They didn't say exactly what the period of time the wiretaps were, but from my guess, because they said that the prosecution hadn't actually heard all the wiretaps yet, they said they need somebody external to review the wiretaps and to basically check that he doesn't have any attorney-client privilege conversations in there. That makes me think that the wiretap must have been taking place from when the body was found. And it doesn't surprise me, he was probably being surveilled the whole time. I don't know if that was news to him in the courtroom. He didn't seem to react when they told him that he was on a crazy wiretap, but I'd say that's really, really serious. And there's apparently so much discovery, they're having trouble uploading it all. They're saying that since he's been arrested last Thursday, they've only managed to upload 30% of discovery, and the files are so big, the criminal uploading system can't even keep up with it. So that's the situation, and it's not looking good for him so far, and we're only, day 2? So yeah.
That's insane. And you've seen David, he's not looking good.
I can't believe I saw David in the flesh, man. Of all the crazy dark stuff that I've heard and I've covered and I've researched, to actually see him, be in his presence, to be around that dark aura, it was actually very creepy. When he walked in the room, you could hear the shackles. He sat down. It was like the oxygen was just sucked out the room, man. It was super creepy. And yeah, you know, he just nodded along. I only heard him speak once. He said, "Yes, ma'am," to the judge. He seemed very relaxed. Last time we heard him speak was when he was getting arrested, talking about, I got you. Now he's talking about, "Yes, ma'am." I don't know if we're going to hear much from him at all. I'd be surprised if he testifies or speaks himself. But let's see. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be down here at a lot more dates and be keeping up with the case. And it was just crazy to see him in the flesh. But yeah, we're going to be keeping this.
Trap floor refs. The cookout begins.
Hey, the cookout continues, man. I'm definitely hungry right now, and I definitely saw a few ingredients being laid on the kitchen table in that one. I'm not going to lie to you.
Let's go. I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Man.
I'll see you later.
Thank you very much. Pleasure.
Traveler,
Yo.
I did something just for my channel. I can
Hey,
come here.
what's going on? We out here. Hey, what's up? Oh, sorry, my bad.
The Court TV.
We out here. Yo, what's...
He's been hanging out. I've been seeing all the content you've been doing on Dave.
Oh, appreciate you.
So I'm just...
Wait, we multitasking right now. Hang on a sec. So we already spoke. We already got your thoughts, but just tell us a little bit about who you are, where they can find you, everything that you're doing.
Oh, my name is Angie Smalls. 2 E's and a Z. I do court commentary. But I also have another channel, but we're here to talk about David.
You gotta have multiple channels these days, you know. That's good. That's good. You're branding, doing your thing. I love to see it.
Yes.
So you're gonna be here for more of the court dates in future?
I don't know, man. That was heavy.
It was.
I didn't expect to feel that. I left early. I don't know if you.
Oh, did you really?
I didn't see you inside.
I was over on the left, like in the second row on the left, on the public. I wasn't on the media side. I was on the public side.
I would have preferred to have been close to the door because.
But I was right behind him though. I was like 2 rows from him. I was super close. That was creepy. I would never do that, but I could have definitely got hold of him if I wanted to.
I left before they took him because literally I was not feeling well. The energy was, I had to get out of that courtroom, and I didn't expect to do that. I mean, it's like a lot of people were trying to be in that room, and I got in, he got in, but I didn't want to be in there. Did you see Steve Fisher?
I did. I wanted to speak to him, but I saw him going in. I didn't get a chance to say what's up to him. I was hoping I might catch him out here somewhere.
He said
I see Mark the Shark. I'm going to speak to him in a second.
I was sitting right next to him the entire time.
Oh, for real? Yeah, I need to tap in with Steve, man, because I know he's got the fire Twitter updates and all of that. But yeah, I'm definitely going to catch some more dates. It was really crazy to see him in the courtroom, and just, even when they led him away, he didn't look at the audience one time. I thought I might be able to lock eyes with him for a second. Didn't end up happening.
I did not want him to look at me. I was like, do not look at me.
I wanted to just see. I wanted to look into his soul for a second and really see if he did it. But he looked too shook to even speak to the crowd, or not speak to the crowd, but he didn't even look. So
yeah, I started getting anxiety seriously sitting in there because I was so far away from the door, and then him being there. And then it was really kind of surreal, right? Because it's such a huge case.
Yeah.
And his lawyers are right there, the ones we're seeing on TV. And then the DA was sitting right in front of us, the lead prosecutor. Steve Fisher was sitting right next to me.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, everyone's all outside for real. Like, we really getting justice done out here, So it's good to see. But no, I appreciate you. Hopefully I'll see you maybe at some court dates in future, and you know, maybe it's too much dark energy to get to all of them, but I feel like if there's big developments happening, it's worth coming down and just seeing justice be done in person, you know. And I feel like everyone out here just wants the same thing. They want justice for Celeste, and you know, we're going to get to the bottom of this thing. And you know, there was 7 months we thought there was never ever anything going to be done about this situation, so I'm grateful that we've even got to this point.
Yeah, me too.
Appreciate you so much.
Justice for Celeste.
For sure.
All right, thanks, Chuck.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.
I'm gonna go tap in with Mark the Shark before I wrap this up.
Our society here, and we can't have somebody that is.
We're live with Mark the Shark right now, man, doing this thing. Outside, everyone's filming, man. It's crazy. So I'm low key looking for Steve Fisher, but I wonder if he's already left. He might have already gone.
Real quick,
might have gone elsewhere. What are you saying?
I was going to get your feelings on the court case, man.
Feelings on the court case.
How was it being inside of there? Do you think the prosecution is going to cook the defense during this trial? How do you see this working out?
For me, I would say, like, I really thought the prosecution looked amazing. Honestly, Beth Silverman did a really, really great job. Very, very on point. She spoke really, really well. She was straight to the point. She didn't seem to have any kind of doubt as far as, you know, the things that she was saying. She spoke so precisely. I thought Blair Burke and the defense looked a little bit nervous, a little bit, you didn't really know what to say. They were speaking very timidly. I know that's not what it's all about, but I just feel like the confidence that was communicated by the prosecution made me think that they're going to go for justice and they're going to get it. It just utmost confidence. I really believed in what they were saying, and then add that on top of the massive bombshells that we got, brand new evidence that is, you know, he had illegal videos on his phone. He had, you know, I don't want to say the word, but he had videos of minors on his phone that are illegal, that they can't even send. It's illegal to even send these images and these clips. So I thought that was major. You know, I don't know what the defense is going to try and do to cover that one up, or to like well, you got illegal videos of minors on your phone. Like,
I mean, you have to hand over the evidence.
They already got it. They got the iCloud. They got this whole iCloud. So it's like, what's your argument going to be? Like, oh no, you didn't mean to. You didn't know. She had a fake ID. That's like a statutory offense, I swear. So I don't even know. You know, the idea that he even committed a murder to try and cover up these crimes against children sounds like he documented these crimes. One of the dumbest things I could possibly imagine. I can't even imagine what it's like to be someone doing those sorts of crimes. But like, bro.
Yeah, no.
He's in big trouble.
I mean, I was sitting in there. They said they needed 10 terabytes of the footage. I mean, that's a lot of footage. David, I mean, he just had his head on straight. So, I mean, it sounds like they've already seen the footage. I don't know if they've seen the footage, and that means he's cooked. 10 terabytes is a lot. I mean, even if he gets off for the Celeste case, which he probably won't, I think even just having those files, he's cooked either way. So it's just like, it's a bad situation overall. I would disagree with the defense. I think the defense was just kind of just doing what they had to do when it came to getting the dates involved and handing over the footage. So I wouldn't say the defense was too timid. I think they were just following the procedures of the court. I would like to say that the judge seemed to be very unbiased. I mean, the judge treated both sides, the defense and the prosecution, with equal respect, with an equal tone. So she was a really good judge for this court case. And it was interesting that David only said yes ma'am during the procedures. So his lawyer definitely told him don't say anything in the court. So I mean, at least he's smart in that regard, you know what I mean? Like that. Like I have said earlier that it's wild that somebody who would have some form of intelligence would leave somebody in their car, an abandoned car. So I almost feel like maybe 10% this could be a setup, you know what I mean? But come on. 10% is a small amount, but 10%.
We're gonna see. I believe you initially said you thought he didn't do it.
No. I said there's a possibility that this is a setup on him when it comes to the body. Because why would you leave your underage girlfriend in your abandoned car just to get towed away? That sounds crazy.
I disagree. I don't think there's any possibility that this is a setup, but I do agree that the one of the only things that's like, I don't even know if it works in his favor, but it's just the idea that, like, why would you leave a deceased minor in the trunk of your car and then get caught with it? That's so misguided and so thoughtless that it's like, how could you possibly have even committed this murder and then left things in such a dire strait?
Right. So I just want to get the story straight when I say it's a setup. I'm saying he didn't know about the car. Like, he abandoned the car. Somebody knew he abandoned the car. put her in a.
Oh, and it just so happened
That's
to
what
be
I'm
the
saying.
girl they put in the trunk was the minor he was involved with.
Yeah, like they were trying to set him up. Like that's the only way I could see a setup happening. I mean, it probably didn't happen like that, but it's a wild case that you would just leave somebody in your car like that.
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't think that's going to be what ended up happening.
I'm saying there's a 10% chance. I'm putting on record 10%. You know what I mean?
I feel like I would go less than 1% on that, but that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion.
Fair enough.
But look, we're probably going to wrap it up soon. I'm just going to show you a little bit more of like the media of everyone that's out here before I wrap it up. We got CBS LA in the cut. We got all of the big dogs out here, man. We got the real media, not these silly, colorful YouTubers. We got real media, real journalists out here, man. But this is what's going on, man. I was hoping I might catch Steve, but I don't know if I can see him. We got Mark over there doing his thing. And yeah, we outside for the David trial, man. I saw David in the flesh, and we fully involved. We got the KTLA van over there. It's actually, we're a legit news organization right now, man. KTLA 5. I'm gonna just do a little walk around. A few sentences.
Like anything you want.
I'll say a few sentences. What's going
So
on?
I saw you come out of the courtroom, guys. He was one of the people in there.
Yep.
What do you know? What are some tea that you can spill right now?
Okay, so the biggest thing that's going on right now, there's two major takeaways, okay? What we going on? We got the chat. We live right now. Wait, I'm going to have to film the chat.
Live as
Hang
fuck.
on. Hang on,
You are live as fuck. We got 1,000 viewers in the chat right
Let's
now.
go. Wait. Let me zoom in on the chat. I want to show.
You're
I want to
on
show
the
my.
chat. Where
I want
you
to show
from?
my chat. I'm from
You from
London.
Britain? London?
I'm from Britain.
I knew it. Britain.
There we go.
You from
Look,
Britain,
we
y'all?
live on the chat right now. So look, I'm gonna tell you
Okay,
the two
tell us.
main takeaways. Okay.
Tell us. We need it.
Let me clear my throat. Let me catch my breath. Okay.
What's your name, by the way?
It's Ross.
Ross. W. Ross in the chat. Everybody say hi, Ross.
What's going on?
YouTuber, I can tell.
Oh,
the camera is very YouTube
okay.
coded, I can tell.
So look, the two main takeaways that I've got from this case right now, they're saying that I'm going to be careful how I say it. They're saying that he had videos that are illegal on his phone of A minors.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So they have that evidence. That's very damning. There's not really going to be a way that you can explain that away.
Nah.
That's very, very
What
serious.
was his reaction? He was just quiet.
He didn't make a single reaction. He
I
didn't
see.
bow his head. The only thing we heard
Okay.
from him is he said, "Yes, ma'am," one time to the judge. That was it.
That's
okay.
it.
So that's the one thing. And then the other thing that I thought was major is that they confirmed that they actually have a wiretap on him, and they were apparently surveilling his. I don't know what devices or exactly how. Could have been some kind of hidden device in his home, could have been tapping his phone, but they have wiretaps on him, and they said, interestingly enough, they have so much wiretap information that the prosecutor hasn't even heard it all, and they need someone else to check that he's not got attorney-client privilege information in the wiretaps. So I would assume that means that he was being surveilled and wiretapped between the body being found and now. So they're going to have
That's
loads.
a long time.
So if
It's been a couple months.
if he's on the phone talking about what he had going on and saying anything incriminating, he's going to be cooked. Okay.
Wow, he's cooked. He's already cooked.
It's a big problem.
He's already cooked.
He's super cooked.
So for the 10 days, because I know he went for a plea deal of 10 days, is it still ongoing?
Ooh, I don't know. So what? It gets 10 days.
So basically, if they don't find a weapon in 10 days, the DA, which is the police in LAPD, if they don't find the weapon of murder, whatever the fuck you call that shit, that means he essentially gets more privileges.
I ain't heard that one, but I feel like it's possible they might have found the murder weapon. They didn't confirm that, but I do wonder. It seems pretty obvious that it was a stabbing that was the cause of death. He was seen posting with a flick knife on Twitch a bunch of times. He had a favorite knife that he walked around with. There was even the images of the images from New Year's Eve 2025, where basically he was outside with Celeste, and there were pictures found on his camera where he was showing off the knife and he was with her. So I think he used the knife, but I wonder if they found it. There's been rumors that he went to Santa Barbara and dumped a bunch of stuff. Maybe he dumped the murder weapon.
Santa Barbara's thing.
It's crazy. So yeah, but the two main things, the illegal videos and the wiretap, that's not a good look.
So basically, he's asking for more time, essentially, in the court today. Did he ask for more time, his lawyer?
I think his lawyers were basically saying we haven't got the information we need to review yet, and so it was kind of like we need to have another hearing, we need to get all the information.
Oh, so they're buying time.
But then the DA kind of clapped back and they said, well, you know, you haven't requested certain information and you haven't sent us enough hard drives to stop. Now the DA clapped back heavy. The DA was on her ass. Blair Burke was the defense, not looking too good. Blair Burke. Is that the little English accent coming out?
Blair Burke.
Blair Burke.
Blubber.
They got the same last name, Burke.
Oh, wow. Could that be his family or?
Spelled differently though.
Okay, that's cool.
But yeah.
He might have did some little shit over there for that one.
For
That
sure.
is very interesting. That is
right?
very interesting. Did they mention anything about his music?
Nothing.
Nothing
Didn't
about his
mention
music.
anything about his music.
And this is
They
the
didn't say
second
there was
time.
music as evidence. They were talking about
Okay.
wiretaps. They were talking about iCloud. So it sounds like they're not going to be using no lyrics, no music. It's not going to be a Lil Durk
Okay.
type situation.
He can easily say that's like an art form.
I just don't think they need it. I think they got illegal videos of minors on your phone. We don't need to worry about your music. We got you. We're cooked. So that's how I
So
think.
why would a lady even defend him? That's exactly what I'm saying. But anyway,
She defended Harvey Weinstein. That's what she's known
Oh,
for. So
she's the same person.
Blair Burke is the Weinstein Avenger, and she now defending David. So ladies, ladies need to go and check on sis, man. I don't know what she got going on,
She
but
going crazy right now. Ross ain't
she
sparing
burnt out.
nobody.
Hey, listen,
Ross
I
is not
appreciate
sparing
you.
Nobody.
Shout out to the chat.
Where can they go find you?
Trap More Ross on YouTube. Go holler at me there.
I'm gonna go holler at you there.
Please
too,
do.
Okay.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for telling me.
Anytime.
You know what I'm saying? Get back to London soon.
Appreciate it. So look, the media is all out here, man. I'm gonna wrap it up soon. But as you can see, this is what is going down out here. So yeah, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just go home, get back to the desk and make some more videos about what else is going on. But I'm out here breaking the news for the first time, man. So yeah, we're at the courthouse. Now that I'm tapped in, now that I know how it works, now that I know how to get into the room, we're gonna have to pull up for the Durk trial. Maybe we'll pull up for a brick hearing too, man. That'll be very exciting. But unfortunately, I couldn't find SF. I wanted to speak to SF so badly, but I'm gonna have to catch him at the next day. But anyway, folks, that is it. I'm out. So hang on a sec. That is it. All right, I'm outside in LA. Can't say we ain't outside. We're at the courthouse. We're live. We're in front of KTLA 5. All of this stuff, man. So look, can't say I'm not outside, man. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna leave it there, and I'll be back. Fed's coming. Oh my God, there's so much going on. All right, I'm gonna go back home. I'm gonna make some more videos. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out, gang. Peace.